that time. It's that time. Let me move this out of the way. But before I do, just you see, Passion2Profits TV, a division of Dwayne-Ross.com, turning your passion into profits. And what is the deal? What is the deal? What is the deal? Well, here's the situation. I want to give people the same opportunity that I had for a break over the summer. And actually, I'm looking to do a little bit more with the show. And so I decided to push back the new season to August 7th. August 7th. So I have to reach out to a few business owners and a few different organizations. And what I discovered is that Saturdays is just one of those times now with COVID kind of not being as much as a threat to some people. And the fact that, there's so much going on with people getting back out and getting out to dinner and hanging out with their families. And that 7 to 8 p.m. hour is now becoming a questionable time. Now, I remember that some people asked me that when I first started, but here we are 60 shows later. So it wasn't an impact until recently. But I do want to say that I want to say thank you to those who've been sticking with us for quite some time and hanging out with us over the course of this time. But here's what I'm looking to do. Between now and August 7th, I'm going to be making some definite announcements on when we're going to show. I'm looking at Thursday Night Live. Thursday Night Live sounds like a really cool thing. A lot of people are home. They get a chance to kind of link in and that type of thing. So we're going to see what's happening. But I've been also, juggling this idea of not doing a live show that's broadcast live, but actually do a live show and then program it and put it out at a certain time, just like if you was watching your favorite show on television, right? So here's what I need you to do. I need your help. I really do. I need your assistance. I want you to put in the comment what you think about how we could go forward. I want to know what my customers are thinking. I want to know what you who tune in and check in. You may not even stay for the entire show, but you do tune in because you put comments in there. And then sometimes you watch it on the replay and you put comments there. Sometimes you're on YouTube and you put comments there. And so I'm going to be reading all those things and making some adjustments as we move forward. I want to say, people like Tracy Gatton, you've been on almost every single show. Miss Gladys, you've been riding with me from the beginning. Amanda, you've been there from the beginning. Some of the people who have, reached out to me has said, I really want to be there, but I got this other thing going on, and that's cool. And then I've been talking to some of these different business owners, and a lot of times their time frames don't quite match up to the Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. time that we're live. And so I need to make some adjustments. I need to also listen to my customer. A lot of times people try to figure it out on their own and they just do it the way they want to do it. But what I've discovered is that that's one way to go about it. But another way, maybe a better way, is to find out exactly what my customers want and give them what they want. Now, I also told you that I would be reinstituting paid to travel. Now, a while back, I had paid to travel. I was doing a lot of stuff with travel. I was going to different places and, making some moves there. Well, I kind of found another company and I kind of reinstituted that as well. And so you'll see more of these out from different locations. I'm planning on being in different locations and actually filming from those different locations. So there's going to be some changes there. They're going to be my number one sponsor to help me get the message out about, what's going on, some of the information about travel. I might have a correspondent come on and tell us about what's going on in that neck of the woods and that type of thing. I'm also going to have people live, clicking in live from wherever they are. If they're on the beach, if they're in a special hotel, if they're out and about, I want them to kind of let people know what's going on in the world and actually kind of reconnect and decide what you want to do when it comes to you and your family and it comes to this big blue marble that we live on, right? There's a lot of, negativity going on in the world, but there's a lot of positivity. I actually have someone who's going to come on to talk about investing in real estate. I'm really excited about that because it's actually something that I want to do. And I want to do it more effectively and efficiently. And so I have someone that I talk to and on a regular basis, and they're interested in coming on the show. I actually have a young lady that I reached out to her. She actually sent me her book. This book is called The Power of Business Credit. with Jacqueline Thompson. I know her by Jackie, but Jackie has reached out to me. She wants to be on the show, and she's going to give me some information. I'm going to bring information to you on how to set up your business credit and how you can make that something that actually takes it away from your family credit or your personal credit. And I'm saying goodbye to my son. He's rolling out. I love you. See you. All right. Be careful. Drive safe. All right. And so just making sure that I bring good content to you that's going to help you. And then here's the other thing. People are saying, well, do you want to keep it an hour, a half hour? What I discovered when I was talking about Roku TV is that people have a better connection with the 30-minute snippets and so, or 30-minute shows. And so we're going to split it where we'll do 30 minutes instead of an hour. And so that means it's only going to be like 20 something minutes of actual content because you have the intro, the outro, a couple of announcements, a couple of things, of course, a small little infomercial by me, of course, about the things that I'm doing that I would love for you to participate if you like, and that type of thing. And then the actual content. So that's another change that's coming that I would like your opinion on as well. I still know that people have logged on to this show and stayed on here for over 40 minutes. I have the data to support that. I've had people stay on for the entire 60 minutes. That information is there, but we're going to be bringing in info. I have a coach that's going to be telling you how to get your body together. A young lady who decided one day she was over 200 pounds and she decided, I'm tired of being 200 pounds. I'm sick of, carrying this extra weight. And, she had a child and she was like, well, this baby weight has been a struggle for me. And so one day she decided to just change her diet and then started doing some other things. And she found that exercising was the number one way for her to really kind of impact that. And so we had a conversation and she talked about how she decided to just take it 1 pound at a time, 1 pound at a time. And now she's at 146. And she said she got her youth back, her body back, her breathing's back, all these different things that she's been able to do to kind of, impact her way of being. And the fact that now, she has a son that's running around at 2 years old. And she's like, listen, I got to catch up to that little guy. And when I was 200 pounds trying to do it, it was one thing. But now me and him, we're running circles around each other. And it was a pretty cool conversation. But I'm going to be bringing her and her wisdom about how to take it 1 pound at a time, not go out there killing yourself, knocking yourself out to get rid of the weight, but also how to change some of the things that you put on the inside of your body so you can help your body metabolize and lose weight in a more natural way. And so I'm going to be bringing her on. I actually had someone also who contacted me from the Black Business Group. And this particular group is a marketing group that's part of the, rebuilding Black Wall Street. And they talk about buying black, Now, you guys know that I bring all kinds of businesses and people from all walks of life and everything like that. But I am pro Black in the sense that I do want to highlight what's going on in the African American and the Black community. And so there's some opportunity for me to bring some of those businesses in front of you. But these are not just your everyday thing. We know about the hair salon. We know about, the barbershop. We know about some of the staples. But what about that person who's designing software? I want to bring that person into your presence. I want to have a conversation with that person. What about someone who is developing, full cities and developing all types of shopping centers and things of this nature? Even though we know that right now the world is going online, but there's still people out there loving to go into a place where people are. And so there's a lot going on in that space. And we want to bring people like architects and, maybe it's somebody who's redesigning your house. Our aging population is getting to the point where they can't go up and down all them steps, right? And I met someone who's actually working in the elevator world, right? And they're actually building these elevators in our private homes, helping people get from their basement to the first floor, second floor, third floor, whatever it is may be. And that's a very unique position for us. We have some people. Actually have a lady who has her own network. And we talked, and she talked about coming on the show to share with you how you can get your show on a network and have a network of your own. And so, I was talking about that at one time, but the cost was just out of my reach for right now. And then there was so much that I had to do behind the scenes that I didn't have the time to do. And I really want to get me an assistant that could make that happen. And then, of course, you guys know that I teach photography. So I'm going to be bringing some of those photographers on, spoken word artists, and also those that are writing books, right? I still, number one customer has been authors, new authors, authors that have, moved forward with different things. Michael Cleo's Chin, you guys probably remember him and Desiree. They was here with Almost Not Born. Their book is out. It's doing really well, but they want to do a relaunch. And also, he's actually starting his own production company, doing an actual movie. And so if you have a story that you like to turn into a movie, I'm going to ask you to reach out to me. All you got to do is put it in the comment section. All you got to do is send me an instant message and let me know, hey, Dwayne, I'm really interested in taking my story and telling my story in the form of cinema, media. And so we're actually partnering together to bring some of this stuff to life. There's a number of different apps out there when you sign in for, let's say, on your Roku television. Roku TVs are taking over the marketplace. They're going to be just like Microsoft, where the television is going to have it already installed, and all you have to do is wake it up. It's already going to be there. And so Roku is being put in every single television that's being developed at this moment. And so Roku is going to be the go-to instead of Comcast cable and some of those other cable networks. It's going to be obsolete, because as long as you have an internet connection through your internet provider or your phone, your cell phone provider, you're going to be able to access television from all different walks of life. And these different apps are set up where you can have your own app, and you're going to be able to just access it. And it's already happening right now, but I'm just letting you know that we're expanding into that market. And I'm looking to, give you the opportunity to share whatever it is that you have in that space. And it's going to be amazing. So all of that's going to be taken off in August. I need a few weeks to really batten down the hatches, so to speak, put some nails on some specific things, put the foundation in there a little bit solid, just to make sure that it's not fluffy, and I definitely want to make sure that I bring quality people. I've had a few people who have, they've said they were going to be here, but didn't commit to it. And then I found myself, having to, show a repeat show or something like that. I want to get my calendar more solid with an assistant to help me, make that happen. And that way we'll have a backup, we'll have a person, we'll have, more of a solid pre-recorded type of session. So that way, when you turn it on, you're getting something new, something innovative, something fresh, something that's going to help you decide what you want to do. And again, maybe you are doing something, right? I want you to be on my show. I want to invite you to let me know what you're doing. Heads up to Jasmine. She's out there in California, right? I know about Jasmine, but what is she doing? She's got all that jazz boutique, and she's out there. She took from, working in her car, working from her home, little pieces here, little pieces there. She'd go out to these different, events here and there. And now she has her own boutique shop set up. So if you guys hear about that, go ahead and click on it, find it. It's in my Facebook page. You can find her there and, reach out to her and do business with her. I want us to do the same thing that this travel company that I'm a part of does. What we do is we actually want to recirculate our dollars together inside our community. Let me say that again. The whole premise of Black Wall Street was these people were not allowed to do business with the everyday common business owner. So they decided to set up their own shop and do business by themselves. But they became so successful that something had to be created to destroy it. And if you go in history and you look at it, it happens over and over and over. When our Black men are stopped killing each other on the street, but they're doing business with one another, things are going to change. When they're not incarcerated, but they're helping each other get out of incarceration and start businesses, that's going to change the landscape. When they're calling you saying, hey, I want a job instead of going to jail, and we help them get jobs and not jail, that's going to change some things. When we help our children successfully navigate college and universities, or some kind of tech school or some type of certification, or helping them really take their intellectual property and put it to work in the earth. That's going to change the community. And here's what we're talking about: community building through business, through passion, through profits. That's the purpose. I want to give again another shout out to Kim Booker, because she really reminded me of what this is all about. Passions are important, but what's the purpose behind the passion, right? What's the purpose behind what you do? And so again, No More Crumbs from the Table celebrates people discovering their tag, right? Their talent, their ability, their gift. This is the original book. Up in the corner, you see what it's going to look like with the new cover and everything like that. And I'm going to have some of these stories interlaced in there. This is about us building our community. And when I say us, it's any marginalized community that you want to put in the word us. It's the people that are dislocated. It's the people who have multiple years of being, in a place of poverty. All right. It's the individuals who have been ostracized from their family because of how they love another person through the LGBTQ community. It's the individual who are females who are or males who are single-handedly raising their own families, and they don't have the traditional household like everybody thinks they should have, and they need a little bit of help, just a little bit of lift. That's what this show is going to be about. This was a show is really the premise of what it is. It's helping people who stir up their passion and find a way to profit from it, so that you don't have to go out there all the time looking for the 9-to-5. Now, I love the fact that you can have a 9-to-5 that you love, because I love the work that I do. I really do. I totally engage in it. I love it. I strive for it, right? And I have received excellence because of it. Every single year I've been noted as a person who has actually been able to get a bonus as a result of the work that I perform at work. But I also know that outside of work, I love traveling. I love hanging with my family. I love coming and going. I love doing things that are not so, mundane. I love, unique opportunities and things like that. And I want to take you on this journey with me. And I want to go on a journey with you to the places you've been. If you've gone to a beautiful island somewhere, I want you to share it. And what kind of way did you get there? What was your mechanisms? We're going to be talking about even setting up business plans. We're going to be talking about how to get the finances so you can finance your dream. We're going to be talking about these things that are designed to help you take your passion and profit for it in and on purpose. Those are the things that I'm looking for you to be a part of coming up in August 7th. So again, I do apologize that the date I had was July 9th, but we can push that down to August 7th. It's a Saturday. And then, of course, you may see some things changing in reference to that, right? Because I talked about Thursday might be the time frame. But right now we have that date just put on the calendar, so we know that it's coming. But as we move forward, I'll be doing a couple of other lives here and there. I'll be sharing some information. Look out for some placards that's going to come out and some advertising. And the fact is, we're actually going on a radio station live. So this will be live here on Facebook, but it'll also be on a radio station that's in over 18 different countries, right? 18 different countries, with over 10,000 people listening on a regular basis. So what about getting your business in front of those people? What about, I help you create books. So what if you were able to get your book, like, Miss Thompson, to get your, how the power of business credit, 10 easy steps to get funding for your business without using personal credit. What if this is your calling card, right? And you can get in front of 10,000 people. What kind of help would that have for your business? What kind of impact would that make for what you do? All right. That's what we want to do. That's what I'm interested in seeing for you. And I'm really, really excited about the opportunity. So I came on tonight to just remind you that we are changing the date. We're going to be sunsetting the way we've been doing it. And we're going to come out with an updated version of Passion2Profits TV. And it's going to be really, really cool, because we're going to put these pieces in that's not only just going to inform you, but we're going to give you education. We're going to educate you on starting up your own thing. If you want to know how to write a business plan, we might have somebody just come on and teach you exactly how to write a business plan. Right? Maybe you might want to start your own show. We're going to have somebody come on like Rob House, who comes on and tells you exactly how to do this. That's how I got on here. He came and told me exactly what to do. He's like, Dwayne, do this, do this, do this. And then I started doing it. That was back in March 2020. And here we are now in July 2021. All right. So these are the things that I want from you. I want to know, what is it, the content? What's interesting to you? What kind of content do you want to hear? What type of businesses do you want to hear from? Is it okay to do 30 minutes or 60 minutes? What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts about a Saturday versus any other day of the week? Preferably, I'm thinking Thursday, Tuesday or Thursday. I looked at the statistics, and people are watching the show all through the weeks because they watch the recording. But when I look at the time frame, people stay on for a minimum of 40 something minutes. They log in, whether they're 100% active or not, I don't know, because there's not always a way to find out unless they put something in the comment section, or they make a comment in the chat or something like that. But usually I don't know that until the show is over and I get the report. And when I look at the report, now I can get that information. So again, it's up to you. I want to make this our thing, not just my thing. I want it to be our thing. I want it to serve the community. And as I said, I want to highlight these unique businesses. Like, who's out there making heart equipment, in our community? Who's out there tutoring children with autism? Who's out there making, prosthetic arms and legs and pieces for animals? I watched the show, shout out to Sabrina, and we were sitting, watching a show called it's Critters, Critter Fixers. Now, if you haven't seen the show, it's amazing, because there was just one episode recently that was just like blew my mind, where these are two black veterinarians in Georgia who really do just about everything. I mean, I've seen them, fix faces of a gecko all the way to, a cow and a horse, and probably if an elephant came in, they would fix it, right? But here's the thing. They had a dog that was in a fight, and the entire jaw was taken off the dog. I mean, all of it was hanging down here somewhere. And I know that sounds a little gross, but here's the thing. These guys were so innovative that they took tilapia skin from a fish to help heal, and put it across and tied it in and got it connected to help heal the dog. And I was like, who does that? How do they know? What do they know? That's phenomenal. I want to put those people in front of you. I want people who have done really creative things, art, spoken word, other things, designers. Who's designing a new car? Where are the African American designers of cars and clothes and whatever else? You fill in the blank. You tell me what you want, because I'm going to have an assistant to help me and reach out to these people and get them on this show so that you can get the exposure of that you need. I can get the exposure that I need, and it's a win-win solution from there. All right. And then, of course, like I said, if you're interested in getting away from it all and going to some really cool place, I've reinstituted the travel piece that I had before. It's back alive. I reprogrammed that. I'm setting that back up, and you'll be able to get some very cool discounts. So I'll be sharing that information to you, and I'll put you in touch with somebody who can set all that up for you with no problem whatsoever and help you make money. Of course, I'll make a little bit of money as well, but you're going to get the lion's share of the savings, right? So if you have a book out there, I don't know who you are. I'm talking to you. If you have completed your book, or you're in the middle of completing your book and you want to have exposure about that book, this is a place that you can do that. Or maybe you're somebody who has a business and you haven't a book at all. I can help you through our self-publishing piece to actually help you self-publish your own book. And here's the thing that's really cool about a book. Let's say you're a coach. Right? You do, I don't know what kind of coaching you do, but you do something that's transformational, right? You help people, overcome anxiety. anxiety. Okay, great. How are they going to find you? What are they going to look for? But when you put yourself as a position in the sense of you are the expert, because you take your information and you put it in a book form that helps drive people to you, now you've positioned yourself different than most of the people in your marketplace. And so I can help you or assist you in getting that type of 70 to 120 page book done from cover to cover, out in the marketplace, up on Amazon, out there. Now, of course, you can do it all yourself, but some people don't know where to start, what to do. They get lost in the process. I'm the one that can coach you through the process and get you out of there, right? Okay, so all of this is available to you through this program. And so I want to say thank you for all those that are watching, those that will watch on the replay, and every single person who will make a comment or give a suggestion. This is us asking you, what do you want? How would you like to see the show move forward? What day is a good day for you? What time is a good time for you? When do you really think this should be on? And of course, the content. What do you want us to deliver to you? All right. Again, my name is Dwayne-Ross. I am author of the book, No More Crumbs from the Table, celebrating you, discovering your tag, your talent, your ability, your gift. I'm asking for your assistance. I'm telling you that we're going to start up in August, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next page, the next post, the next YouTube video, or right here on the next live. It's been a pleasure this whole year riding with you over this time frame, but it's time for me to up my game and increase it and make it better for you, and it'll be better for me as well because I just want to deliver better value. All right, take care, you guys. We'll see you on the next page, next post, next YouTube video, or right here on Passion2Profits Live. Take care.